Good morning, tribe. It's Dharma here to do a daily for you on my shaky camera for May 7th, 2021. This is for all signs inclusive. We are still going to do the daily lives, but this one is going to be, I wanted to do something focused for today for some reason. Didn't we say a couple weeks ago when we did a pajama party that May 7th was like going to be a big deal, right? Things were going to be different. Okay, so what do we have for the tribe on May 7th, please? The Emperor. I heard the Emperor's last stand. Green pants might be significant. We might have a protective hairdo, like locks or something like that. The crown seems significant. The chosen one. Okay, I just saw the Fool as well, which is a new start. But this is, this particular Emperor has finally, I want to talk about put a leash on things. If you notice, he's got all these little, of course that's not going to focus. See the leash there? All the different, he's got it. I think my point is that he finally has everything under control. Whatever it was that this Emperor was deciding to, there was something that this Emperor had to get under control before they could present themselves. He's on what looks like a chessboard. A lot of pieces needed to be moved before they could say anything. And that's what the Page of Cups is the saying, as the old saying goes. I just heard what goes around comes around. Wheel of Fortune. So someone here was able to get this one's heart to start moving again. There's a clock in her hand. It might be right before 4 o'clock when this happens, when this conversation or reach out or Page of Cup happens. Okay, what does a page do? Hear ye, hear ye. And whatever it does at this particular time, it feels like it pulls out some kind of jam that was in all of these inner workings. Because she has a frown on her face. The Knight of Rods. This person is absolutely, or already has, jumped through hoops to get to this one. That's what all of these leashes were about. They knew that they needed to execute this absolutely correctly to get through this ring of fire, or they were going to get burned by hard telling what. And so they are, because they've already betrayed her. This is the same one. This is like her with her evening, her day coat off, right? That's why her heart is broken. But then we have the Knight of Cups here. They want to come in and, well, I want to say play the heartstrings, but it's more like they want to, I heard the Emperor takes a seat, right? The Chariot. Something about coming over. The Three of, wow, that just like flung itself out. The Three of Swords. Somebody here has been holding on to something that they didn't want to let go of. Or I think it was news that they didn't want to tell somebody or something like that. So let's talk about this. See, they're ready. The journeyman, they have, what does a journeyman do? Before someone goes on a journey, they prepare. And it feels like this Emperor has prepared to take the journey that he's about to go on. Mentally, physically, got all their ducks in a row. They really thought about this. And then bam. It's time to chat. It's time to have the conversation. And I want to talk about, this is Tate and the Sylph. Okay, they change their mind. They change the viewpoint on things. It talks about acute intellect, right? It's almost like I can see, especially with this here, like somebody looking down and someone like takes their hand and they're like, chin up. And she like peeks out from underneath. Like, well, what do you mean? I don't. Yeah, because this masculine is taking serious action. I kind of want to know what it was that they had to take care of in order to jump through this hoop efficiently. Elephant. They had to handle everything very gently. They have had to relocate in order to make this happen. And they also needed to spend some time alone. I heard you're not my rebound. It was always you. And she's like, okay, this is like, well, what's the big change? What made you, I don't understand. The text. She's like, I don't understand. What do you mean it was always me? And whatever it does, it gets her to stop and turn around. And she's looking in the other direction like, okay. It absolutely causes her to stop what she's doing. Holy shit. Look at this. The communication, and the anchor. It gets her to stop in her tracks and turn around like, what? There's something, every communication card that I have is out. So this is wow. No wonder my guide said when we did that PJ party that the 7th was going to be a big deal. I remember that day. We had to go look at a calendar. It might not even have been a PJ party. I also think that somebody thought that it wasn't going to happen at all. And then it does. Do you hear all the birds all of a sudden in the background? I also want to talk about there is this air of suspicion here. Why now? Why me? And I keep wanting to go back to, it was always you. And she's like, well, why didn't you say something? I mean, you left and you didn't say a word. You were just gone. And they're like, I know. But yes, I still love you. Yes, I love you. It's a yes from me. My answer to your question is yes. And I feel like she can't believe it. What was the question? Oh. Do you want to let me love you forever or do you want to separate? That was the question. Somebody gave somebody not necessarily an ultimatum, but a question. Love you like I do, love you like I do. Oh, and they it's like they spoke to Jesus about it. Whatever you believe in, you know what I'm saying? They went within and really, 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 really thought about it. And the only answer that they could come up with is that they need to reconcile this. They need to bring this together. Because the way it's going right now is not the way that they wanted it to go by any means. Now, about this reconciliation, I get it that it's conversation. I want to make it clear that this person has made themselves single. This is a single emperor. They live by themselves. They are by themselves. This is not a third party situation. I heard any more. And they did that on purpose. They did what on purpose? I heard singlehood. How so? Because 3's a crowd? Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Pentacles. I heard new or old, old or new. It's always been you. Well, look, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. New or old, old or new, it's always been you. 5 of Pentacles. And they miss your ass, the Devil, obsessively. The Emperor. Until now, their beard might be longer. If they had a beard, it might be longer than you remember. So it's been a minute since you've seen this person. 2 of Cups. Okay. 7 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. King of Rods. Okay. They held off on purpose. The Lovers. Because they knew that this was a choice. And they know that in one way or another, they've 7 of Swords your ass. She knows that too. That's why she's confused. Like, why are you even here? I'm confused. Or what do you mean, why am I here? Didn't you say I could? Like, didn't you invite me or didn't you? She's like, yeah, no, I mean, yes, absolutely, but I'm confused. Are you baiting me? Are you, I mean, is this this? Is this really this? Or is this this? Because this looks good because it's a 6 of Rods, but that's like baiting. Ugh. The Fool and the 6 of Cups. No, I'm not baiting you. It was always you. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm going to do an extended for this. Don't forget, we're still going to do a live. So don't worry about that. But I do want to extend this. I want to know exactly about the conversation because it looks like they come in, they temper the situation, right? And then something else happens. All of this. Because there is a big talk that needs to happen. Or don't forget about the gift. What gift? All right, we'll talk about it. Okay, the link for the extended is in the box below. It's going to take you to my website, dharmajane.com. And everything else you need to know about us is in the box below as well. And don't forget to join us live for the daily interactive tarot. Till next time.